Welcome back. This is 3.5, horizontal and vertical asymptotes of a rational function. Your essential question is, how do I find horizontal and vertical asymptotes of rational functions? All right, so before we start, here's the definition of a vertical and horizontal asymptote. And the next page is ways to find vertical and horizontal asymptotes, just giving you steps. Okay. All right, so example 1 is just literally to find the asymptotes of f of x equals 2 over x plus 2. Okay, so if I follow the steps, in the step 1 it says the graph of f has vertical asymptotes at the zeros of d of x. And since d of x is the denominator, I have to find the zeros of the denominator. So if I look here, I know x plus 2, if I set that equals 0, x will equal negative 2. So therefore, I have a vertical asymptote at x equals negative 2. Okay, for the horizontal asymptote, if I look at step 2, it says it has something about degrees n is greater than m, n is less than m, m is equal to m. N is the the power on the top, the degree on the top of the fraction, and m is the degree on the bottom. So if I look here, the degree on the top is actually 0, and if I look here, the degree on the bottom is 1. So I know n is less than m. So if n is less than m, then the line that has a horizontal asymptote at y equals 0. Okay, so I have a horizontal asymptote at y equals 0. On your work tomorrow, you'll actually have to look at graphs and determine which one it is. So I'm going to show you about 6 graphs and how the horizontal asymptotes and the vertical asymptotes will help you figure it out. So I have a horizontal asymptote at y equals 0 and a vertical asymptote at x equals negative 2. So if I look at these 6 graphs, which one of these have a horizontal asymptote at 0 and a vertical asymptote at x equals negative 2? Okay, so if I look here, if I look at these graphs, this looks like it has a vertical asymptote at negative 2. And if I draw a horizontal asymptote at y equals 0, this looks like it's it. So this would be your answer right here, because it has a vertical asymptote here and a horizontal asymptote here. Okay? All right, example 2. Same thing, we're going to find horizontal and vertical asymptotes of f of x equals 3x squared over 2x squared minus x minus 6. Okay, so if you look at your steps for that, when n equals m, it says the graph of f has the line y equals a sub n over b sub n. So if you look at a sub n and b sub n, they're the coefficients of the highest degree. So the degrees are the same. They're both 2. So the coefficients are where the horizontal asymptotes are. So I have a horizontal asymptote at y equals 3 over 2. Now for vertical asymptote, again, I have to find the zeros of the denominator. So I'm going to factor the bottom. So it would be 3x squared over, and if I factor that correctly, it will be 2x plus 3 over x minus 2. Okay? So if I look at the bottom, what will make that equal to 0 is it'll be x equals negative 3 over 2 and x equals 2. And that will be where my vertical asymptotes are. Okay, if you have any questions, write it down, and we'll go over it tomorrow.